Hello, my name is Amanda and welcome to your yoga session for today. We will be doing an informed trauma yoga session today. So what that means is that when we're working through our poses, we'll be working on releasing any of that trauma, that stress, that tension, that negativity that we have in our body and letting it go. And we're going to be trying to work in to bring in any kind of wholeness, support that we're going to need throughout our mental and our physical practice today. So a few things that I want to remind you of, if we're moving through any sort of poses that make you feel triggered or uncomfortable, whatever the word is that you want to use, I encourage you just to flow right on through those and move on to something else that feels better within your body. A lot of what, we work through when we work through our trauma is learning how to tune into our bodies and listen to what it's telling us and then doing what it's asking for. So that's what I want you to do today. If there's anything that makes you uncomfortable, move on to something else that your body's intuitively telling you that it wants, that it needs, that it's craving from your practice today. Likewise, towards the end of our practice, we are going to do about a 20-minute session to hold space for our trauma. And that can look different for everyone. I personally prefer to meditate and just kind of release from the crown of my head to the tips of my toes the things that are ailing me in my body. And when I do that, because I am spending a long time meditating, I tend to grab a blanket so that way I can cover myself up just to keep warm. So that's something, if you're interested, you can certainly grab a blanket towards the end of practice today. Likewise, if journaling is something that works for you, if drawing works for you, if there's a different form of, I guess we could call it meditative, like trauma release that works for you, maybe it's writing out song lyrics, that's what I want you to do for that session at the end of our class today. We want to hold space in our bodies for the things that we need. Likewise, when we're moving through any of our poses today, if you need to grab onto a wall, to a chair, use blocks, I want you to grab the things that you need for your practice to feel supported today. And I think this is a really important part to drive home, because when we're working through any kind of trauma, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, intellectual, any kind of trauma that we have in our body, we need to look for the things that can support us to guide us through till we find that wholeness, until we're able to stand on our own. That's very important for us to be able just to have that support, to release, to lean on things in order to build ourselves back up. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and take a seat here on our bottoms. Now, if you have tight hips, if you've been sitting all day, if this is a very tight position for you, we are going to be grounding here for about 5 minutes. Excuse me. You can grab a yoga block and place that under your bottom, and it allows your hips to kind of open up a little bit more. And you can still ground. You're still grounding down on through the sit bones, but you're sitting on a block if that's something that is calling to you today to do. We're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to spend 5 minutes here. And I want you to begin breathing like you. Prior to be closing the eyes. Taking a nice deep inhale. And a strong exhale. Keep breathing. Inhale. And exhale. You're inhaling, I want you to focus on not only filling up the physical body, but inhaling all the good things that are around you, all the positive energy that's around you, and you're exhaling away all the tension that's in your body, anything that you want to release into the world today, to let go of, any sort of negative energy that's in your body. You're pushing that out. Get inhaling the goodness and exhaling anything you want to release today. If your eyes are closed, you can go ahead and flutter those back open. We're going to go ahead and get to moving just a little bit here today. You can remain on your block. If you're on your block, again, grounding down through those sit bones. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, send the arms up. And when you exhale, you're going to cactus the arms open, drawing those shoulder blades down the back body, opening up through the chest and the throat area. Inhale, send it up. And exhale, open up. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, this time twist it open to the right side. Placing those fingertips on the ground behind you. Inhale, finding length in the spine. And exhaling to deepen your twist and releasing anything you want to melt away today. Go ahead and release that. Your next inhale, send those arms up. Cactus them open again, sending the gaze upward. Inhale, send the arms up. One more time. Cactus those arms open, opening up through that front body. Inhale, send the arms up. Exhaling to twist open to the left side. You're finding length as you inhale in the spine and possibly deepening that twist as you exhale, melting away any kind of tension that you have, releasing the energy. Go ahead and release back to center. Take any kind of gentle neck movements, neck rolls. Maybe you just let it lay side to side. Give yourself any kind of gentle stretching in the neck. Pardon me. That is calling to your body today. This is part of tuning into yourself. Listening to what your body intuitively wants. Move the shoulders a little bit forward and back. Apologize if you can hear my shoulder cracking every time I roll it, because it's loud. When you're ready, we're gonna inhale, open the hands, on the knees, inhale, opening up through that chest, extending a little bit in the back body. We're doing a seated cow. And exhaling, rounding through the spine for a seated cat, finding lots of space in the back body. Inhale, scoop it forward, opening up through the chest. Exhaling, rounding through the spine, drawing the shoulder blades apart. One more time as you inhale for cow. And exhale, round through the spine. Finding your way back to neutral. Now, if you're on a block, I'm going to go ahead and have you set that to the side. I want you to re-ground down through those sit bones again, and this time you're going to send the legs out long in front of you for staff pose. The legs can either be put together or you can have them a little bit hip width wide, finding what feels comfortable in your body today. And when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and just exhale, just float over the legs here, letting the head hang heavy. The arms can either be down on the earth or on top of the shins. Just don't grab and pull. You're letting your body naturally float down, head hang heavy. Relax and release. your next inhale, sit up nice and tall. When you exhale this time, I want you to pretend that there's like a block here in front of you and you're peering over it, trying to keep that straight back. Looking over, you're going to be feeling a big stretch in the back of the legs here, nice active feet. And on your next exhale, fold over, letting the head hang heavy. So ground it down through those sit bones, feeling the support of the earth as you allow yourself to release any sort of energy you want to let go of today. On your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and sit up again. This time, bring the left leg in to the center line, sending the right leg out long. Ooh, we're going to give ourselves a nice active foot here as we bend forward over the leg, placing the hands down on the earth. Again, that foot's active. You're feeling a nice stretch in the back leg. Maybe you draw that right hip crease back to keep their hips in line here. Maybe you take that right big toe, let it fall over to the inside, and tilting your foot 45, maybe further to the inside, seeing how that feels different in your body. And then take the toes over to the right side now. It's an external rotation, noticing if that feels any different in the body. Maybe it's targeting some different muscles, some different releases. Coming back into center and relaxing the foot. Relax the foot here, wiggle the toes. All right, go ahead and sit on up. We're going to switch legs here, send the left leg out long, bring that right leg in, ground down through those sit bones. Nice active left leg. When you're ready, you're going to forward fold over it. Again, that foot is active, it's flexed. Pardon me. We're going to let that left big toe float over to the right side for a slight internal rotation here of the leg. Again, we're still active. Maybe you feel some targeting of some different muscles, some different releases. Now we're going to externally rotate the foot, letting the toes fall to the outside of the leg here. Again, the foot is still active. Bringing the toes back to center and letting them relax. Wiggling those toes a little bit. Relaxing the leg. Ready? We're going to go ahead and sit up. This time you're going to bring your left leg in, allowing the soles of the feet to meet. Finding where that feels comfortable. In a cobbler's pose here. Maybe you massage the soles of the feet a little bit. Still ground down through those sit bones, sorry. Sitting up tall. Give yourself a nice massage in the feet. Letting the knees hang heavy on the outside here. And when you're ready, you can continue massaging your feet if you would like. You're going to go ahead and fold over the feet. Allowing for a deep release in the hips and the low back. next inhale, go ahead and walk it up. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to send the legs out wide to a wide-legged fold here. Your version of however wide feels comfortable in your hips. That's what I want you to go for. When you're ready, you're just going to fold on over. This may be a part where you want to grab a block or two to rest the forearms on or to rest the head on, depending on how flexible you are here. Finding what feels good in your body to release, let go, hang heavy. You ready? You're going to walk yourself back up to a seated stance. Give yourself that nice rooted stance through the sacral area here, and then we're going to start to lean forward, keeping as flat back as possible, like we're peering over the edge into the abyss here. And then letting the forehead and the spine round, melting down to the earth. Releasing, letting go, melting away. Very next inhale, you're going to walk it back up. If you have your blocks, you can set those off to the side. We're going to take the left leg and bring it into the center line here. Kind of turn our bodies a little bit towards the right leg here. This time I want you to start by placing both hands on each side of the leg here, bending forward. If you want to grab your toe, that's fine. Maybe you massage the foot a little bit, or you can just leave the hands down on the earth, but the foot should be active. I want you to be active here in your foot. Now I want you to let those toes fall to the inside. Take both your hands to the outside of your leg, creating like a little twist here, deepening that stretch, seeing how that feels. Walking the hands to the inside of the leg as you allow the toe to externally rotate. Next inhale, go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Switch the legs, send the left leg out, bring the right leg into center line. Active foot, go ahead and bend right on over. And your next, exhale, excuse me. I felt something release there. You're going to let the toes fall to the inside, placing both hands on the outside of the leg here. Walking those hands to the inside of the leg as you externally rotate the toes and the leg here. Next inhale, walk it up. Sit up nice and tall. Excuse me, bringing those knees into the center line. Here we're going to move back through through boat pose. You're going to ground down through those sit bones there. Sit up nice and tall. Wrap those hands around the knees here as you begin to rock back ever so slowly. Maybe you use your toes for balance. Finding that balancing point on your tailbone. Now from here for boat, you can grab a block to rest those feet on if you need support here. That's totally fine. Maybe you grab two if you'd like to take a wider stance for boat, that's fine. You can bring those arms out in front of you, balancing here. As you begin to lift the feet, maybe you have to bring them up a little at a time. That's fine. I want you to find your version of boat and hold. When you're ready, nice active feet, active toes, nice strong core. So got that deep rooted down through the tailbone, through the sacrum. Nice strong spine. And again, if you need to rest your legs at any point or come up, or if we're still here balancing with our arms still on our legs, that's fine. You can wrap them behind as well. You're still building strength, finding support, but you're still releasing things as well. That's what growing and experiencing our lives is all about. Go ahead and let those feet rest down now. Just curl over your legs. When you're ready, we're going to move back through boat pose again. Ground down through those sit bones. Get that nice tall line between the tailbone and the crown. When you're ready, you can lift those legs up. Float the arms out or keep them supported on your legs. Nice active feet here, active toes. You're doing this, you're feeling that energy coming up through your sacrum, through your tailbone, and out through your fingertips, your arms, your toes, your legs. So allow the goodness and the grounding to fill you up. Allow anything that isn't serving you to be released through the fingers and the toes. Give me one more cycle of breath here. And then float the feet back down to the earth, rounding through the spine. All right, if you're using a block, we can go ahead and set that to the side. Grounding those feet down to the earth. We're going to begin to slowly roll down the spine. Bring your back bodies to the earth, vertebrae by vertebrae. Releasing and letting go. When you're ready, you're going to scoop those shoulder blades under the back body. So you have a nice open chest, open throat area here. Those hands are going to come down to the earth on either side of the body. You're going to plant those feet firmly on the earth. Lift up the toes, ground them down into the earth. We're coming into a bridge here, or half bridge. And when you're ready, you're going to begin to inhale, peeling that tailbone up, vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting the hips up to the earth. Now when you're here, if you need to play around with how far apart your feet are in order to find comfort, I encourage you to do that. We're just going to lift here in neutral for a second. That navel is still drawn into the body here. Nice active abdominal area, squeezing the glutes. Your hands are just really here for support. If you want to take like a bind behind the back, you're welcome to. And lower down to the earth, vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly but surely. This time I want you to walk those feet together. Draw the knees in, creating a nice tight line with the legs here. Noticing how this may feel different in your body as you inhale, coming up into your hip lift into your bridge. It may be more difficult, you may get more height, less height. Just notice how it feels. Notice any kind of different muscles that you're activating. And exhale down to the earth. This time walking those toes out about as wide as your mat. Now your inhale, start to roll up, finding that hip lift. Noticing how that may feel different in the body here. And on your exhale, roll it down the spine. Walking the toes back into whatever space feels comfortable for you. Grounding down through those toes again. Then this is your happy, this is your neutral as you inhale, rolling up, creating space, strengthening, building, supporting. Again, you're activating the glutes and the hamstrings, the abdominal area, but you're keeping that chest and the throat area open. And exhale, lower down. And give me one more of those. Pause for just a second. And when you're ready, you can roll up that spine, finding that lift, pressing those feet into the earth, sending the hips up high. Exhaling, lowering back down to the earth. Bringing those knees into the chest, hugging them in nice and tight. We're going to pause here. Let that low back release. Ready? Pardon me, you're going to send the right leg out long. Oh boy. And you're going to take that left knee and allow it to drop over the right side of the body, coming into a nice supine twist. You can send the arms out to a T if you would like. You can even look in the opposite direction of your knees, looking over to the left side of your body. You want to deepen that twist. Go ahead and release. Bring the knees back into center. Taking a nice gentle movement here. Massaging that low back, that sacrum. When you're ready, send the left leg out long. Ooh, something there. More bolsters there. And then you're going to guide that right knee over to the left side body, coming to a twist. Oh. Again, you can send the arms out to a T if you would like. Bringing everything back into the center line. Hugging those knees into the chest one final time. Any kind of free movement that you would like. We're going to be moving into our 20-minute session of holding space for our trauma today. You're welcome to, again, grab the blanket, and come into a Shavasana position if you would like, on your back, excuse me. But if you would prefer to journal, to write, to draw, anything that you would feel is going to help you release whatever you have intention to release today, then I encourage you to do that at that time, or at this time. I will guide you out of our Shavasana here in about 20 minutes, so go ahead and find your version to release and relax, and I will touch back in with you shortly. I invite you to bring awareness back to your body. You can flutter the eyes open if they're closed, wiggling the toes, the fingers, the wrists, the ankles, working your way up to your legs and your arms. When you're ready, you can roll over to your side and just pause for a moment here as your body's starting to wake up. When you're ready, you can push yourself up to whichever comfortable seat of choice you would like to take. Taking in one nice deep inhale and exhaling, letting it go. Now, a few quick things before we close out today. One, I apologize if my dog and her very deep Shavasana and snoring interrupted you in your practice today. I apologize for that. Secondly, once we're done wrapping up our practice, be careful how quickly you stand up. I don't want you to immediately just jump up. Give yourself a nice time and grace just to kind of bring yourself back up to standing. If you do stand up too quickly, you may pass out. So take your time standing back up, please, when we're done. And with that, you can go ahead and bring those hands into Heart Center. Thank you very much for joining me today, for sharing in your energy, for allowing support to flow through you, and releasing and melting away anything that you wanted to let go of today. I hope to see you next time.